Hi everybody, it's Jean Falb from Total Tax and Accounting. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to fire your tax preparer. There's a lot of reasons that folks want to fire their tax preparer. Some of them might be they've made a mistake, meaning their preparer. Perhaps the pricing has gone up year after year and you just don't want to go there. Perhaps you get a letter from the IRS or some other agency and find out that that person cannot represent you in front of the IRS, so you're going to want to be aware of that when you're making your choice. So I'll cover that a little later. Perhaps you started going to this place with your ex who is, or before you were exes, and you really don't want to run into them at the office. Perhaps you don't even really get along with the person who does your tax return. Sometimes you get assigned to somebody in an office and you really don't get a choice and there's a clash. Maybe you're not sure that they have the most updated training. Keep in mind that tax laws change almost every year and you really want to make sure your person is getting that continuing education. Maybe you're not sure they're doing your return, which means you go sit down with the owner and then you find out that they're not doing your tax return. Maybe it's time for a change. So when you do decide, I would start by asking your friends and then other professionals, especially if you have a business, to find out who they're using. You may hear the same name come up over and over again. You can also check out the IRS Preparer Directory, and there's the link there. You can search by state and zip, so that can be pretty localized to your area. Be sure that you go back to your firm that you currently were using and make sure you do not have an engagement or a contract. And if you do, you want to resolve that. Excuse me. You also want to get your records, specifically last year's tax return, and your new preparer wants them. If you go somewhere else and they don't ask for that, find somebody else. It's in your best interest to have that history. So you're going to make it just a firm and kind goodbye. You're the consumer, it's your money, it's like any other product or service. You get to decide where you spend your money. So you're just going to say, I've made other arrangements. You're going to collect your stuff and let them know, thank you, I've made other arrangements, and just get out of there. If it turns into an objection fest, then you're probably making the right choice. But it doesn't have to be a big dramatic thing. I've made other arrangements. Thank you very much. Be sure you've got your tax return and you've got your contract settled. I told you I was going to talk to you about the IRS representation. So either an attorney, a CPA, or an enrolled agent like myself is able to represent you in front of the IRS. So if that's something that's important to you, you want to be aware of that and be shopping for that when you're making your change. So there's my contact information. If you have any questions about a specific situation of yours, please let me know. Thanks for coming along today and have a great day.